Hi, and welcome to this video where we'll talk about how to make footers and headers in CPD and Excel work templates. I'm Malte, and I work here at Tabella, and I work with CPD documents, and I've done multiple videos on this already. And a lot of you have returned with questions, and now I will go through some of them. In this video, I will go through the footers, which many of you have replied to and asked on how we did them. So I will show you. First off, you need to go into electronic reporting. You go into reporting configuration and then the desired configuration that you want to add your footer. I've created one called test here on the purchase order. And if you go into the designer, you can see I've set up a footer already. The footer is on the sheet, it's here, and then you create two strings, which you fill up with your desired information. The reason we do this is because then we can have dynamic information which changes from report to report if you change your company or anything. Here you can see I've just used these data sources and added them to the footer. And in the other one, I have added a page number. So you see P for page number and N for number of pages. And if you go back, I can print it for you. And we can see how it looks. Just a second. And here we have all the information, dynamic information I've chosen, and then the page numbers over here. So how do we really do this? And now I can take you through. We can maybe add something and you can learn it for yourself. You go down to the footer. First off, when you want to create the footer, you go to Sheet, you go to Add, and then you click Footer. Then this would pop up. Then you click on this and click Add, and you can add different stuff. We use string here at Tabella, but you can also use pictures, and I will come back to that later. We add a string. Now you can see I have center and right. I'll call this left. Alignment left. And yeah, then it's here. This is empty right now. So we want to add some details in it. Let's say I just want some, I want the city the company is in. Go to buyer customer party, postal address, city. And you add data and save. Now we have this left string with left alignment. And let's see if that works. Then we go in, print it. Let's see what happens. Here you can see it here, it is on the right side, where it really should be on the left side as we want it. So how do we fix this? We go into configurations, you go into the designer, we go down to the footer, and maybe the sharp-eyed viewer have already seen that in the other strings, I have some settings before I have my dynamic information. Here I have and C, and Arial, and 7. So it's obviously this is the font and this is the font size. This C determines where it's placed in the footer. So this C is center. So if we want it on the left side, we need to change this to an L. So we just copy paste this, place it in the left string, and we add them. And if I save now, we will get an error, and that's because we need this and sign. We need this and sign every time we change, even if we want another field here, we need an and sign between. And then we change this to an L. So now it's on the left side, and this left alignment here is just where how it's aligned in the left side. So you can also align it to the right on the left side if you want that. Click Save, go back, and print it. And now it should be on the left side, and we should have the other information on the center and the right side. There we have it, where we have Redmond and then our other informations. This is a great way to have dynamic data, but we will encounter a problem with Excel's footer limit on 255 characters. So if you want a footer that's more than 255 characters, we can't really get the dynamic footers. The solution for that would be to insert a picture, a static picture in the Excel. You can either just put it in the Excel here, or you can add it as a picture, which I showed earlier in the footer. And this way you can work around these character limits, but then you would have a static footer instead. So that's really up to you what you want. Also, you can use the footer that's in Excel already, but as you've seen, I have here prepared, putting page number on all the columns of the footer. If I save this and put it in my test case, here, import, update, go to video, purchase footer pick, okay, save, go back, and we print this. Now there should be a page number in all of the 3 columns, and maybe 2 in the right column. But what we actually see is nothing. And how is this? This is because we already have filled these 3 columns. If I erase this red one again, we should see a page number over there. So let's try and see that. Go in, go down to the footer, left alignment, delete it, save, go back, and then we print again. And now we should see a page and page number on the left side of the footer as well, which is here. The reason for this is that if we use the Excel footer and also a footer inside the format designer, the format designer will always overrule the Excel footer. So you can combine those two, but the format designer will overrule it. So that's pretty much all I have to show for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, if you have any questions, just write a text me.